Yo, what's up? This is CTW number 72. And you know who I really hate? Yeah? Jeffrey Epstein. But he's dead, so instead I'll talk about Mr. Quentin Tarantino, right? Fuck that guy, dude. And not cause he's like a shitty person, right? I've never met the guy, of course. It's because of his movies, right? And not even because they're that bad, but because he's so overrated. Why does everybody love the guy's movies? They're bad. Maybe not bad, but they're boring. Come on. So, like, specifically, Pulp Fiction, right? Everybody talks about it like it's some great movie, right? And then I watch the thing, right? And it's like 2.5 hours long, and nothing happens. Nothing happens in this movie. I don't know. There's, like, some characters, you know? They just kind of walk around, and here's all of his movies, right? All the characters have, like, mildly interesting conversations for, like, I don't know, probably 2 hours out of the 2.5 hour runtime, and then the rest of it, I don't know, maybe something happens. But not even in like Pulp Fiction, right? He does this thing where he puts it in like episodes, right? It's like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, basically completely unrelated, like almost short films, right? Like there's some of the same characters in them, right? He has Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta and I don't know, what's the guy's name? Bruce Willis or something? I don't know. They appear in like multiple different quote-unquote episodes, right? They're all unrelated. You could have any characters. It doesn't matter that it's the same guys, right? It's like halfway through the movie, and he doesn't have them in order chronologically, right? So like halfway through the movie, fucking Travolta's character gets blown away, right? He's dead. And then, like, later in the movie, they have more scenes from, like, before that happened, and he's in them, and you expect me to care? I already know how the guy's story ends. You killed him fucking 35 minutes ago. What, huh? The only one that I like, the only section that I like, right, is the Bruce Willis one. Because there's actually, like, sort of a plot. Like, his character has, like, something, he has like a goal, and so he, you know, he's trying to get some watch or some family keepsake thing, and he's trying to get out of town before he gets murdered, right? Cool. All the rest of them, none of the character, there's no plot. There's no plot for the entire movie. I guess some of the other sections, you know, they have shit going on. Some of them. But, like, why do you have to break the movie up into 50 different fucking parts that are unrelated? Come up with a plot, bro. Alright, so okay, so he does that for that movie. But then, what else did I see? Right? I haven't seen all of his movies. Or maybe even most of them. I feel like everybody talks about Reservoir Dogs, which I have not seen. Which maybe I should see if I'm going to make a video, like, bitching about Tarantino. But I didn't do that, so fuck you, right? But I saw, right, just recently I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right? Again, you know, Pulp Fiction was like 2.5 hours long. This one's like 2 hours, 45 minutes, and he still likes to do the thing. I feel like in all of his movies, he's like, instead of having like one main character or a group of main characters and we focus on them, let's break it up into a bunch of different, like, we'll have like 3 main plots, right? This movie, there's like, he has Brad Pitt's character, and he has Leonardo DiCaprio's character, and for some reason, Margot Robbie has a character. I don't know, Tarantino just likes putting all the same actors in all of his movies. I have no idea why she's in this movie. She does literally nothing the whole movie, right? The movie's 2 hours, 45 minutes long. Probably like 45 minutes of it are dedicated to just Margot Robbie's character just like walking around and doing random bullshit that has nothing to do with either of the other two like main storylines. Completely unrelated. None of the like she doesn't interact with either of the two other characters until like the last literally 2 minutes of the movie maybe. And still then, even at that point, it's basically no payoff. I have no idea why she's in the movie. But okay. Again, there's not really a plot in this movie. I don't know, the characters just walk around and do random shit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. He's like, let's see. Brad Pitt's character, I don't know, he just kind of goes around. He's like broke the whole time, so he lives in a shitty trailer. And then he like hangs out with some hippies. And at the end of the movie, they kill all the hippies. I mean, I guess that's the payoff. That's like the big defining moment of the third act is all the hippies show up, and then Brad Pitt kills them. I mean, I guess it's not like he didn't plan on killing the hippies. It's not like any of the characters had a goal from the start. And I don't know, DiCaprio's character, he's just like, I want to be a good actor. But then, like, that's basically figured out, I don't know, by like halfway through the movie. Since there's 3 different storylines, we can't spend any time on any of them. So he's like, I don't know, he just does his best acting role like halfway through the movie. And then I feel like we forget about him. I don't know, then at the end of the movie, they're like, here you go. You can star in a movie or something. I don't remember. I don't understand. Everybody likes that movie, and then I'm like, it's okay. Nothing really happens. Alright? What did I see? I saw Inglourious Bastards, right? And in this movie, I feel like he only has like 2, again, I think it's like 3 hours long. This one might even be longer. But there's only 2, maybe 3 main storylines in this one. And it's like, there's the American guys who are bastards. But apparently it's like spelled wrong, right? And then there's some Jewish girl. And then, let's see. They both, the bastard guys, the American guy, they want to kill Hitler. And then the Jewish girl wants to kill Hitler, right? And then, I don't really remember what happens. A bunch of stuff happens in the movie. And then it gets to the end. And then, of course, he has the two separate people he focuses on, the bastards and the Jewish girl, and they don't interact throughout the entire movie. We like split this 3-hour movie into 2 halves that do not intersect for the entire time. All right, I don't know why he can't just focus on one thing, or if you're gonna have multiple different things, at least have them affect each other, right? No, he doesn't do that. It's basically 2 movies just mashed together for some reason. All right. But we get to the end, and then they both kill Hitler. Like, if they both kill Hitler, why do we have to have both of them? He was going to die either way, even if we only had one group or the other. I don't get it. Let's see. I do remember there's some part that didn't make sense to me, right? Not plotline-wise. Just like a movie-making decision that didn't make sense to me, right? Because there's this English guy, which, I don't know, I feel like we spent like a few minutes, 5-10 minutes on like backstory for him, and they're explaining that he's an English guy, right? Okay, cool. And then there's some German guy who like used to be a Nazi, but then, I don't know, he stopped being a Nazi. And like we have a few minutes maybe for backstory for him, right? And so then they both join the bastard guys, right? And then we get to the scene where they have those 2 guys and 1 or 2 other people maybe who are like pretending to be Nazis, and they're like I don't know, doing some spy shit, right? But by the end of the scene, they die, and it doesn't make sense because how come we just spent 5, 10, 15 minutes going to backstories for these guys, and like 2 scenes later we kill them, and then that's it. We forget about those guys for the rest of the movie. If you're just going to kill them, why did we have those scenes looking at their characters? Why do I care? You think it doesn't make it? You're like, here, check out these cool characters. Oh, you can't have them. Fuck you, they died. I mean, I guess. You're a bastard, Tarantino. Not the guys in the movie, you. Yeah. What else did I see? There was this, like, one more. I saw Django Unchained. He did that. Tarantino did that, right? I don't know. This is like the 4th movie I've named. Probably at least one of them is not a Tarantino one, and I'm just like saying stupid shit. But okay. This one's probably the best one because it's like there's like one main thing we've all got, one main group of characters, right? Makes sense. It's not two different movies. I don't remember if this one's 3 hours long. Probably, because I guess he can't make a movie that's less than 2.5 hours. And then the main character doesn't just wander around and do random stuff. He has like a clear goal. He's like, I gotta go get my wife back because she's a slave or something. And so then he just, who's the actor's name? Jamie Foxx, right? He just goes around and he like shoots guys for, I don't know, probably about 3 hours. And then the movie ends. And then I guess he saves his wife. Cool. That's probably from like the plot-wise, it's probably the best movie. Because something actually happens, right? I don't know. And then the last thing I watched was like half of Kill Bill. And I think maybe I was just in a bad mood or something. Because I got like halfway through this movie. And I fucking stopped watching it. I was like, I can't be bothered. I think I got to the part where there was like some Chinese assassin lady. And they went into like her backstory. And then, okay. It cuts back to like Uma Thurman. Is that her name? I think so. I don't know. Her character is like paralyzed, or her legs are paralyzed, I think. And I feel like we spend like 17 minutes with her sitting there trying to like will her legs to move. And she's like, if I just believe really hard that I can wiggle my fucking toes, then it'll happen. And, probably if I go back and watch, it probably did not last 17 minutes. But it felt like it. Took so damn long. She's like, let me just sit here and do nothing and be like, I gotta move my legs. I don't care. Just hurry up. What you should have done is you should have just had a big black screen come up with words on it that say 20 minutes passed. And then, it says 20 minutes later. And then we can just immediately cut to her walking around. Why don't you do that? Then I wouldn't be bored. Maybe I just have a short attention span. And by maybe, I mean definitely. But, yeah. I feel like he takes way too long. He's like, instead of having stuff happen, I could just maybe have the characters have some, like, I think I said it earlier, mildly entertaining dialogue. And then, I don't know, we'll do that for about 2.5 hours. We get to the end of whatever movie, all of his movies, and then, I don't know, we'll just have a bunch of people die. And then that's the final act. And then that's the whole movie. Let's go. I got millions of dollars for doing that. Again. Fuck you, Tarantino. Why don't you make a movie that's an hour and a half long and actually has a plot, huh? You ever think of that one, buddy? Yeah, fuck you, okay? That's all I got. Subscribe or you will beast.